Welcome to the top 10 rescues of 2024. Let's dive into these unforgettable moments. At number 10, we have Teddy. A story that began in January. Teddy was a tiny puppy abandoned in the mountains where no one lived.
And he found a puppy. He go in the mountain to find mushrooms. So, instead of mushrooms, they find dogs abandoned. It looks dehydrated and he must be very hungry. He looks very, very weak.
When Teddy arrived at the shelter, we couldn't help but call him Teddy Bear.
Let's go home, puppy.
His fluffy coat and sweet face were simply irresistible. Now, a year later, Teddy has grown into a calm and gentle soul. But despite turning 1 year old today, he's still waiting for his forever home. Could Teddy's next chapter begin with you, maybe? Number 9. River. A story of resilience and survival. River was abandoned and had fallen into a dry riverbed where he remained trapped for 2 long months. People from the town tried countless times to rescue him, but River was so traumatized and running away from them. In February, Takis and the team stepped in. After many attempts, they finally managed to catch him and bring him to the shelter.
Μπράβο ρε παιδιά, μπράβο. Περίμενε λίγο.
His wide, fearful eyes told a story of deep mistrust and pain. River's journey hasn't been easy. He's still deeply afraid of people and remains cautious to this day. But with time, he has begun to relax and find comfort with the other dogs and a few kind volunteers. River still calls the shelter home, and we continue to work on helping him heal from his trauma one step at a time. At number 8, we have the heartbreaking story of 3 dogs found abandoned in March. They had been crammed into a small kennel, so tightly packed that they were lying on top of each other, struggling for space. It's believed they endured this unimaginable situation for 3 days before they were finally found. When they arrived at the shelter, it became clear that the female dog was pregnant. Tragically, 2 of the 3 didn't survive the birth, likely due to the immense stress and trauma they had to endure. Today, nearly a year later, there's a silver lining. The mother and her surviving puppy, who we call Arapi and Eros now, have found a loving home in the Netherlands. Her 2 brothers still remain at the shelter. They're still shy and scared of humans, but the volunteers and Takis are working on them patiently to help them gain trust. At number 7, we have Tino and Tina, a story of survival against all odds.
They rescued 2 puppies from a lake. They was inside in a tank with water. You see the puppies how they are in really bad condition. They was nearly to be drowning in the tank, in the big place with water. I don't know what exactly it was.
At just 4 to 5 months old, someone heartlessly tried to drown them in a water tank, attempting to get rid of them. Both pups needed medical attention after their ordeal and were understandably traumatized. Trusting humans again was no small challenge for them. Today, Tino and Tina are doing much better, and they remain a little shy and cautious around new people. But step by step, they're learning to feel safe again. We're here to help them every step of the way. At number 6, we have Aremis, a story that highlights both cruelty and kindness.
And they saw the dog in the middle of the road in the highway.
In April, Aremis was found on a highway in a heartbreaking condition. She was painfully thin, covered in bruises, and was clearly neglected. Aremis was an older dog, sick and abandoned in such a shocking condition, but she showed incredible resilience. After spending a few months with us at the shelter, Aremis found her happy ending. She was adopted by a kind woman in the UK, where now she enjoys her golden years on a cozy sofa. At number 5, we have Tois. When Tois was found, he was nothing but skin and bones, and his ears had been brutally cut with a knife or scissors. It was a shocking and horrifying discovery that left us all outraged.
This poor dog, it's a hunting dog. They cut his ears. They make him suffer so much. And he's so close to dying. And yeah, a few more days or maybe 1-2 days and he died. He's even not breathing good. Burning from his ears are burning from the sun. This is shocking.
Today, Tois still lives at the shelter close to the house where he's finally safe. Despite his tragic past, he's proven to be an incredibly affectionate dog, always wanting to be close to the staff, to Takis and to the volunteers.
Our beautiful Tois, in his lovely soft bed, he loves his bed. Tois.
His loving nature is a reminder of the incredible capacity for love and trust, even after the worst experiences ever. At number 4, we have Hero, a dog who endured a life of hardship. Hero spent his entire life as a chained dog, unable to roam freely. When he grew older and fell ill, his owners abandoned him, leaving him to fend for himself. A kind man found Hero in a terrible state, with bloody wounds around his eyes and clearly struggling. Born approximately in 2017, Hero lived through years of neglect, and his fear of humans runs deep.
This is shocking. His nails are so long, you can't imagine how long are his nails, but this is not the problem. Look at his face. And he's close to... He's so close to be blind.
Since coming to the shelter, Hero's condition has improved a bit, though he still remains scared of people. But there is one bright spot in his life. He's absolutely in love with Despina, one of the shelter's workers. Every morning, he eagerly waits for her, showing us that love and trust can still bloom even after so much pain. At number 3, we have Happy, truly a miracle dog. When Takis first found Happy, he couldn't believe his eyes.
The one leg is missing.
This poor dog had been wandering alone, suffering in pain in this condition. But despite everything he had been through, Happy lived up to his name from the very first moment. His cheerful personality and waggling tail inspired us all to call him Happy. The vet carefully treated the wound and amputated the remaining part of his leg to ensure he could move comfortably. Now, Happy is doing great. He has his own room at the shelter to sleep in at night, and during the day, he's out playing and having fun with all the dogs.
Happy.
At number 2, we have Jill, an adorable puppy full of life and energy. In October, a man found Jill, a tiny and dehydrated puppy, near his greenhouse where he grows his...
He came to work here on the greenhouse. He came to do work and he found this puppy abandoned here. If there are any other puppies, then he will tell me. This beautiful, cute puppy will come with me.
After searching the area, no other puppies were found.
It's very fast.
Jill needed to regain her strength, but with love and care, she's now a lively and playful little pup. She's made a best friend in Jack, another puppy around the same age. both Jack and Jill are looking for their forever homes. Let's make sure they don't grow up in the shelter. At number 1 we have Amira, a little blind girl with an incredible story. Amira was living with a kind man who had rescued her long ago from someone who wanted to abandon her. Despite not having much himself, the man cared for Amira and his stray cats, doing his best to give them a safe space. But one day, Amira accidentally escaped when someone forgot to close the door. Someone else found Amira and contacted Takis. It was clear how much the man cared for her, but despite his best efforts, he couldn't find anyone willing to give her a home. So Takis decided to take Amira to the shelter to raise her chances to be adopted.
So this is my good friends that they came here.
A busy shelter can be overwhelming for a blind dog, but soon a loving family came forward to adopt her.
Poor girl. Poor girl. Rudy.
Amira's stay at the shelter was short, but her adoption was truly a match made in heaven.
Lazo. Lazo like a baby. Lazo like a baby. Easter. Easter.
Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, Adopt, Don't Shop is the best support you can give a shelter.